Welcome to Handwriting Clues Club. By watching this video, you are automatically in the club to learn handwriting clues. This video is Handwriting Clue Alert number 10, and it's about secretive. How to look in the handwriting for clues of being secretive. Now, how are we going to find if a person's secretive? Well, loops in letters. Loops are what hold secrets, but not just secrets. It can be private thoughts. It doesn't have to be someone's secret or your own secret. It could be something you're working on that you don't want to share with others, just ideas you're thinking about, just personal things about yourself that you're thinking about. Private thoughts also show up, but it shows that the person has a tendency to keep things from others. And that's called secretive. Now we're going to talk about a little bit about the loops and what the loops mean. Small or large secrets. These are obviously smaller. These are obviously larger secrets. But the size is not just the secret or the private thought itself. It holds the emotions and sometimes, if it's very big, the fears that are involved with what's being held back. So a person with smaller loops sometimes holds things, smaller things back that are not so pressing. Most people do that with some things. But when they get very large, it's a bigger problem because the emotions are also building about what they're holding back, and it's held inside the person, and that's a difficult thing for the person, and as we'll see, for the people around them. Okay, the other thing I want you to notice about these are open slightly. This is the biggest opening. And the opening shows how much a person likes to talk. If it's just a tiny little opening, and this one is covered by a loop, so they probably won't say anything, but this person or this person might really like talking. And because of that, they're more easily going to tell another person something about what they're hiding in their mind. But if you see a closed circle, totally closed, they only talk when they need to talk. They're willing to talk, maybe, about other things. But this person, even though they're not hiding any secrets, they just don't like to talk. So if you see a closed circle with a loop and no opening, they're really not going to tell you anything. Okay, so we have these loops are on the right side and moving towards the right side. And that shows this secret is being held from others. This is the person this is the person's insides, and this is reaching out to others. But this secret is being kept from others that are represented in the space after the letter. Okay, this secret is different. Notice it starts on the left, and it's totally contained, and it doesn't extend to anywhere else. It's held from the person itself, a secret from yourself. This person is denying something they know is true, but they just won't acknowledge it. They wrap it up in a loop and put it away in their mind and will not look at it. They are denying something about themselves to themselves. They just don't want to admit it. Okay, so we know about the loops on the right and we know about the loops on the left. And they're both secrets and private thoughts. And this person has no secrets, but they do have a closed mouth and are not willing to share easily. All right, this is another level of loops. When you see loops that overlap, or if you see letters written on top of each other so that they overlap, overlaps always show there's confused thinking going on. This person is hiding a truth from himself, plus they're hiding secrets from others, and that equals tangled thinking. Tangled is another word for confused. They can't think clearly because they're thinking this and they're thinking that, and they can't separate the two. It's just one is blotting out the other. They can't keep their secrets straight. They can't keep the truth straight. And because of that, they have fear of telling the whole truth. They may not purposely lie, but they're afraid of the truth. All right, so why is it such an alert, especially in relationships? When stressed, this person, and certainly this person, their reaction is to keep whatever this is to themselves. Remember, there's a fear of telling what's there to others. They hide many thoughts to avoid judgment. They may have said something once to people and got judged negatively for it, and they don't want that to happen again. So there's some of that fear in there. And you, as a person who wants to be with them or has to be with them, you won't really know what's on their mind. And when you don't know what's on another person's mind, it's hard on relationships. And it's going to be very hard to get them to communicate what it is they're hiding and resolve what's being hard on relationships. They just are afraid to tell. So, when you are talking to a secretive person, how are you going to get them to open up to you? You're trying to get along with them. You don't know what's on their mind. It's very difficult for you as a person who wants to know what's on their mind. So you could say to them, your handwriting clues show you prefer to keep a lot of your thoughts to yourself. I know you don't like to talk about your work until it's finished, but because you don't say much, I sometimes think you're mad at me. Are you mad at me? How can I know what you're thinking? Now, these are very legitimate questions, and depending on how comfortable this person feels with you as you're saying that, they may begin to open up. At least they'll start to think about what it is they're doing that's hurting to you. And if they don't want to hurt you, they'll consider opening up. All right. So we see from the secretive clues and from other clues, if you've watched other videos, how handwriting clues improve understanding, communication, and relationships. And it's to your benefit to keep learning more handwriting clues. And you can do that in many ways. You can look at other people's books and videos. You can look at my books and videos. Mine are all arranged in easy to find order on judykaplanbooks.com, or you can go right to Amazon for the books, or YouTube or TikTok for the videos, and continue to keep coming back to learn more handwriting clues.